guys, welcome to the inaugural episode of Gaming Penthouse Sundays, or GPS.
I am the Atari 7800 Junkie, formerly known as the Atari Junkie, so not much of a name change there, but this new channel is going to be a little bit different than the last one, because I'm going to combine all the stuff into this show. So, what is Gaming Penthouse Sundays? Well, it is gaming from what I call my gaming penthouse here, upstairs in our house, and and it's going to combine all the stuff that I had in my last show, or in my last channel, I should say. I never had a show. So I'll have reviews, I'll have collection videos, I'll have packages, pickups, trades, I'll have various other videos, most of which will be gaming related. Some might also be wrestling related, or just not related to anything at all. Might also be baseball related, because I am a fan of the Cincinnati Reds and also the New York Yankees. So, yeah, so that's what this channel is going to be all about, and I plan on having this show every Sunday. Maybe, miss a Sunday here or there, but at least for the foreseeable future, I will do this every Sunday. So, without further ado, let's get on to the show. Here we go. Here's my overview of my collection, and we'll start out here with the nice All-Star light switch. We come in here. Now this thing, I used to have games and systems and a TV on, but I don't anymore. Do have Zoe's monitor on it, because she's sleeping right now, and my phone, because I got to wake her up soon. Extra blanket that I need to put away in our nice bed, chair, and then in here I got some extra stuff now. Extra color TV, extra black and white TV, Sega Master System that does not work with cartridges but has Hang On and Safari Hunt in it, backup Super Nintendo that does work and has a chewed up, this is now my backup copy of Super Mario World, and it does work, folks. That works. And the backup battery, at least the last time I tried it, still worked. It may not work anymore. But I have another copy, so it's okay. Miscellaneous stuff in the boxes there. Nice little map on the wall. Forgot to show this here. Replica of an advertisement for the Cincinnati Red Legs. And that's 1868. Before they were officially professional in 1869. One of my Club Nintendo Zelda deals. My albums with a plate of Johnny Bench on top. And some 45s. DVDs that I don't have in cases. DVDs we have in cases are downstairs. Pictures from Wait Hoyt, and I just realized it's May. I'll change that later. Sega ad for the Master System. I'll do the posters. There's another Zelda from Club Nintendo. A nice little deal for the DSi that I got from work. There's a complete in-box Asteroids I got from Jopu 3. Reds 1991 from Pepsi. Another Zelda poster. A map of the world for my great-grandpa. He's sadly passed away, but, that's what happens. Nintendo poster and a Turok 2 Seeds of Evil poster. Oh, and I forgot. New Year's Revolution WWE pay-per-view. Okay, so here's a collection of boxes for the Wii and the GameCube, even though I don't have a GameCube. A nice cup from Hills. Atari that had a pair of boxers in it. My 6-button aftermarket Sega Genesis controller, and a water bottle for the DS. In this top thing, I got various controllers. And here I got various other things, including papers from people I've done trades with before. I did on my old channel. Sorry I don't have any unboxings. And the bottom one here, other than some notebook paper and my box for my flip camera that I'm taping with now, has nothing. Up top there, my PlayStation 2 Slim, WWE, I guess I'll call them anthology DVDs, and also some VHSs for WCW and ECW, where it's not all concentrated on one pay-per-view, but a bunch of, matches from whatever, and the 10th anniversary of Raw show. There's my VCR that I got from my friend Get Her Done 8969, otherwise known as Kyle. 19-inch TV has everything, and the reason it's on the right side here And the PlayStation 2 is on the left side so that the controller cord won't get in the way, especially when I am recording gameplay. So that's a good thing. Shouldn't get in the way of anything else. Down here, I open up the doors to find games for the 32X, 3 on the bottom, and 2 for the Master System. Then Sega Genesis games, Super Nintendo games, and then down here are WCW, ECW, and WWF and WWE DVDs, VHSs of pay-per-views. So each one of those is a pay-per-view. Starting with SummerSlam 95, the latest one I have is WrestleMania 24 from 2008. And over here, of course, I can't be the Atari 7800 Junkie without an Atari 7800, my favorite system in my collection. There's a Nintendo 64, Mattel Television from Retro Game Nerd, sent that for free. Still can't believe he did that, and that's still awesome. Super Nintendo there, my main one. My Tower of Power, or my Tower of Terror from the Sega Genesis, 32X Sega CD, Sega Master System there. PlayStation 1 games on the top, and my two long boxes, which happen to be right beside each other. PlayStation 2 games, which is so many I have to go to a second shelf. DS games. Various boxes, including complete and sealed Star Raiders there that I found at a local store for various retro systems, and on the end here, Sega CD games. You may notice that not all my PlayStation games and all of my Sega CD games, except for this last one here, I don't have an original packaging, but that's okay. I still have the games. 2+ rows of Atari 7800 games, and the rest of these are all Atari 2600 games. And starting next week, I'll go through one or various groups of systems of what I own. Like, next week I'll start with the 7800 and 2600 and show you every game I have. I'll run down. There's some television games. You can't see any of the labels though. ColecoVision games. I don't own a ColecoVision. Atari XE games. I don't own an Atari XE. NES games. I don't own an NES yet. And Nintendo 64 games. I do, thankfully, have a Nintendo 64. Nothing's in there. And I don't think anything's in here either. That's a lot harder to come out. It might make stuff fall down. Up top here, other than the asteroids I already showed, and the Guitar Hero 3, you saw that kind. Nintendo DS Lite box. We got DS Lite, regular DS. My one Game Boy Advance game, my one DS game that I don't have in box, a broken Game Gear, sadly, a broken original Game Boy, sadly, various Game Boy and Game Boy Color games. It's missing Pokemon Pinball, which I have on the Game Boy Color that usually sits there. It's the atomic purple one. That's sitting in the bathroom right now. Like to play that when I'm on the John. Mario Brothers Game & Watch and my Super Game Boy. Couple of Guitar Hero controllers here, and that's a bag that I need to get rid of. One's for the Wii and one's for the PlayStation 2, and I did say the Wii. You didn't see the Wii, did you? So where the heck is it? Well, find out in a minute. Now we're downstairs, so I can put this where it goes, and it is going right here. Inside here are some controllers for Wii and GameCube. Here's GameCube games, Wii games, 36-inch Sony Triton television that we got for free. I love it when people upgrade to HD and they give it away for free. And there is the Wii. It was sitting upstairs. I had to move it downstairs because, why play it on a 19-inch when I can play it on a 36-inch? Plus, it's the system I think I can most likely get other people to play with me. I may love the Atari, but I'm no fool. I know most people don't, but a lot of people do like the Wii. There's our Time Warner cable box and the VCR for down here. And the DVDs that are in cases, they're actually in the bedroom right now because our daughter gets into them, although I might put them up there now. So there we go. Okay, folks, these are my latest pickups. We'll start with my two new WWE DVD sets. The first is a 3-disc set, Greatest Stars of the 90s. You see The Undertaker, Stone Cold, The Rock, Bret Hart on there. Some pretty good matches on there. I like Sting versus Bret the Hitman Hart U.S. Championship. Awesome. My finger got in the way there. Next newest pickup, The Undertaker's Deadliest Matches. 3 PlayStation 2 games. The first one here is Ridge Racer 5. All 3 of these came from Goodwill, by the way. Next PS2 game is Super Bust-A-Move 2. Here's True Crime Streets of LA. One Super Nintendo game, and it's my favorite racing game that I've ever played on the Super Nintendo. This is Top Gear 2 from Kemco. And finally, I have 6 Atari 2600 games. First one here is Brain Games. Here's a game I've been looking for forever, Crackpots. Thanks, Miller, for turning it in, I guess. Here's Moonsweeper from Imagic. Here's Off the Wall, a really late release 2600 game. Here's Star Voyager, and I think this was one of my pickups. I'm bad that I don't know. And finally, last game here, Tax Scan. You use it with paddle controllers. A game from Sega. So there you go. That is my pickups for this episode. Alright folks, so let's take a look at the crappy video game review of the week for Pitfall II Lost Caverns on the Atari 2600. Now, of course, everyone seems to know the original Pitfall game on the Atari 2600, as they should. The original Pitfall came out in 1982 and was a massive hit for the Atari 2600 video computer system, but most of the people I talk to do not know this game nearly as well, and maybe it's because it came out in 1984, when the Atari 2600 was in the midst of the video game crash of 1983 and 1984. But in this game, it's a bit different than the goal of Pitfall 1, where instead of just collecting gold and trying to reach to the very right side of the game, the end of the game there, in this, you have to collect 3 things to win the game. You collect a diamond ring, Quick Claw, which is Pitfall Harry's cowardly pet lion, and Rhonda, his adventuring-seeking niece. When you collect all 3, the game is over, and you go through caves where there's smooth scrolling, a feature that was not previously seen in Atari 2600 games. Also, there's a bit of a checkpoint system when you rock over the red crosses in the game, and when you get hit, you go back to them instead of just dying. This is, I believe, the best game you can have on the Atari 2600, so if you see it for cheap, you should definitely pick it up. As you can see, Pitfall II Lost Caverns is a superb game for the Atari 2600, and from here on out, though, I'm going to allow you guys to choose a game to have me review during the next installment of Gaming Penthouse Sundays. So without further ado, I will have the 5 games here, and all 5 of these games are conversions of Namco titles onto Atari platforms. So the first one here, the main launch title for the Atari 7800, Pole Position 2. Here's Ms. Pac-Man, the awesome Ms. Pac-Man. Even though technically that's a Bally Midway title, it's under Namco's care now. It's dangerous, it's devious, no, it's Xevious. Then on the 2600 we have Galaxian, or you can choose Dig Dug. So, any one of those 5 games, if you want to see me review it next week, leave it in the comment section below. I will stop the voting on that on Wednesday, so there you go. Hey look, it's my beautiful fiance. Hi Molly. It's shout out time. I want to do a shout out every week on this show, and the person I want to shout out is the person that pretty much helped me name this series. And Molly, who do I want to shout out?
Jill Pooh 3.
Oh, wait, why do you almost sound disappointed when you say that?
Because that's who I always hear about. You always talk about Jill Pooh 3.
Jill Pooh 3, yes. He's one of the greatest YouTubers out there. I don't think there's really anybody that's subscribed to me that isn't subscribed to Jill Pooh 3, but if you're not... So that's the show, folks. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.